This is Andy Pro off Boxing Social, and I'm Global Jumbo trainer Rob McCracken to Anthony Joshua. Rob, your man reclaiming your unified world heavyweight titles, talks about the fight and his performance.
Yeah, he boxed really well, stayed behind the jab and landed some good right hands and got a really good win against a really good fighter.
What was the plan from the outset? Was it just to look to box and move around? Did he execute everything that you wanted?
Yeah, just control the range as much as he could. A couple of times he rushed in and got caught a couple of, and he readjusted and stuff, but he kept discipline throughout the 12 rounds, and I thought he did a really good job behind the jab and nullified Andy RUIZ tonight, and I thought looked good in doing it.
Was you surprised at all by Andy RUIZ Jr.? Was you expecting more from him?
No, I think Josh was quicker on his legs. I think he had a lot more energy for the fight. I think he controlled the range most of the time, and I think he controlled Andy RUIZ, and he hit him with some good shots as well, some good right hands. As RUIZ came in, RUIZ came back with a few shots, but I think all in all, he did great tonight, Josh.
Was that for you Anthony's best performance underneath your guidance?
I'm sure there's been some good performances, but I thought he was. He controlled the ring, controlled the range for the most part. I thought he was good behind the jab. I thought his right hand a few times was forced, but sometimes it was natural, and RUIZ walked into it, especially at the end of the first, I think, or this, he hit him with a real good shot, and RUIZ is very, very tough. But I just thought he controlled the range. He didn't mess around too much at mid-range. A couple of times he got involved, but he went back to the tactics, which was long range and nullifying him at short range and not really doing too much in mid-range, so it worked perfectly, and he was really good tonight.
How big a psychological barrier has Anthony overcome from the upset of New York to being able to defeat Andy RUIZ out here in Saudi Arabia?
Well, I think it's very difficult when you lose to an opponent. You get stopped, and the reality is that myself and AJ spoke to Eddie the day after the fight in New York on the Sunday, and both agreed that we'd pursue the rematch immediately, and I feel it was the right decision to do, because he's got his titles back now. He put on a good performance, a great performance for me, and was a clear winner.
How key were the other guys who have been brought into the camp for this time round as well?
I think the sparring partners were fantastic. Bryant Jennings, Andrew Tabiti, Alvis, Tim, I think they did a great job. Derek Chisora came up and helped out in the sparring as well. So I think he's just, you've got a huge team, you've got a huge team behind AJ. You're talking 30 people. There's a lot of support staff. There's other coaches that help out as well. There's coaches that have always helped out. His cousin Benga helps out, Angel, Joby, Sean Murphy down in Finchley. So, AJ, it'd be impossible for 2 or 3 people to look after AJ. So he has a huge team, because it's, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff that he has to do, and there's a lot of time restraints. But we've been able to make it work, and he's got an experienced support team.
Do you feel we saw the best version of Anthony Joshua tonight?
I think he was good tonight. I think he'll only get better. I think his fitness was good. His legs were great. He'll have learnt a lot more from that fight again tonight against RUIZ, and I think he'll just go on from there and improve each time.
I know you want to celebrate, but Alexander Usyk, WBO, Kubrat Pulev, IBF, when do plans start to be put in place for one of those?
They'll be put in place soon, but he was supposed to fight Pulev before, and it was cancelled. So Pulev's a mandatory. Maybe Pulev next, or maybe one of the others. But it's all about tonight and boxing Andy RUIZ, and he's won all his titles back, and it's just a brilliant night for everyone.
Rob, how are you going to celebrate?
Have a cup of tea.
Rob, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've got